Well, good morning, boys and girls. How are you all today? This is Miss Nancy coming to you from the Upper Chichester Library in Upper Chichester, Pennsylvania. And today I would like to start off our reading with some poems. Now, these poems are rhymes that were written by Jack Prelutsky, and the pictures are Petra Mathers. And it's called The Frog Wore Red Suspenders. So I'm not going to read the whole book, but I'm just going to read some of the rhymes because they're kind of cute. They're enjoyable. The frogs wore red suspenders, and the pigs wore purple vests, as they sang to all the chickens and the ducks upon their nests. They croaked and oinked a serenade, and ducks and chickens sighed. They laid enormous spangled eggs and quacked and clucked with pride. Now here's another one. It's called In the Heart of South Dakota. In the heart of South Dakota, Jenny J. stepped off a train, leapt upon a nearby bison, and raced across the windy plain. On that day in South Dakota, Jenny J. sat on a fence, gazing at the wondrous mountain topped with giant presidents. And actually, this picture is based on what actually does exist in North Dakota. There's a mountain in which some of our old presidents' faces have been carved. Now here's another one. It's called Carpenter, Carpenter. Carpenter, carpenter, build us a house, a sweet little house for a mouse and a spouse. A mouse and a spouse and a family too. We know that you can, and we hope that you do. Build it of brick so it's cozy and warm, to keep us from harm in the cold winter storm. As soon as you finish, we'll pay you with cheese. Carpenter, carpenter, build our house, please. And that does look like a very cozy house they're going to be able to live in. Now this one is about some cities in Minnesota. It's called Winnie Appleton. On the bed hopped Winnie Appleton, bounced a ball upon the floor, bounced and bounced it through the hallway, down the stairs and out the door. Through the streets of Minneapolis, Winnie Appleton bounced that ball, bounced and bounced it on the sidewalk, bounced and bounced it off the wall. Winnie Appleton crossed the river. On the bridge she bounced that ball, bounced and bounced it all that morning, till finally she reached St. Paul. And both St. Paul and Minneapolis are in the state of Minnesota. Now this one is called Peanut Peg and Peanut Pete. Peanut Peg and Peanut Pete on a bright Atlanta street call in voices loud and clear, Peanuts, get your peanuts here. Peanut cookies, peanut cakes, peanut butter, peanut shakes, peanut ices, peanut pies, peanut sauces, and peanut fries. All day long they gaily sell peanuts still inside the shell. Peanut salty, peanut sweet, peanut peg, and peanut Pete. Oh, and here's a picture of some otters swimming in the bay. Spotter and swatter, two talented otters, crack mussels and clams on their bellies all day. They swallow down dozens, then play with their cousins, and chase one another through Monterey Bay. And this is a picture of Monterey Bay, which is actually in California, another state. So that's all I'm going to read of this today, but we'll read some of these rhymes on another day. Now, the first story book that I'm going to read is called Author's Honey Bear. And this is just a cute little story. There's quite a few stories about Author. And Lillian Hoban writes these stories. And there are many different titles. But this one is about Author and his honey bear. It was spring cleaning day. Violet was cleaning out her toy chest. She made 2 piles of toys, one to keep and one to put away. Author was sticking stamps into his stamp album. I'm sure there are times when your mothers want you to put your toys away, so this is kind of what they're doing right now. I'm going to clean out my toy chest too, said Author, and I'm going to have a tag sale. What is a tag sale? Asked Violet. A tag sale is when you sell your old junk, said Author. I don't have any old junk, said Violet. I want to keep all my old toys. When I was little, said Author, I wanted to keep all of my toys too. But now I want to sell some of them. Author began to clean out his toy chest. He took a pile of toys to the back steps. Here he is. He's got a hula hoop around his neck and a lot of things in his arms. Author took his hula hoop, his yo-yo, a pile of finger paintings, and his China horse. He took his Noah's Ark, his baby King Kong, his sandbox set, his old maid cards, and his rocks and marbles. Well, he had a lot of toys he wanted to give away, didn't he? Then he took out his honey bear. Father gave me honey bear when I had the chicken pox, said Author. Honey bear always tasted my medicine before me when I was sick. Author moved honey bear behind baby King Kong. Now I will make the price tag, said Author. Oh, let me help, said Violet. You can cut the paper for the tag, said Author, and I will write out the prices. Author made a big sign, and it said, Buy, things for sale, rocks, marbles, pictures, 3 and 4 cents. Toys, 11 and 12 cents. Follow the signs. Yes, if you're going to have a sale, you have to advertise it and let people know you're having the sale. Then Author marked the prices on the tags. He put the tags on all of the toys and the pictures and the rocks and the marbles. You didn't put a tag on Honey Bear, said Violet. Well, he is in very good shape, said Author. He has only one eye missing. Maybe I should sell him for a lot of money. Maybe I should sell him for 31 cents, said Author. His ear is raggedy, said Violet. Well, said Author, I have not made up my mind yet. He moved Honey Bear all the way behind baby King Kong. Now, said Author, we have to make arrows. Then everyone will know where the sale is located. Violet cut arrow shapes on the paper. Author wrote tag sale on them. Author and Violet hung the arrows on the trees. Now we will wait for someone to come and buy, said Author. They waited and waited. They had some cupcakes and milk. Violet had a chocolate cupcake with white frosting, and Author had one with pink frosting. Sounds very tasty, doesn't it? And see, we see somebody riding by where they have put their sign. Then Norman, this is Norman, rode up on his bike. How much are the cupcakes, he asked. I have 3 cents. The cupcakes are not for sale, said Author, but the rocks are 3 cents, so are some of the pictures. Norman looked at all the rocks. I don't see any I want, he said. Then he tried the yo-yo. It doesn't snap up, he said. Who wants to pay 11 cents for a yo-yo that doesn't yo-yo anymore? He picked up the old maid cards. Only babies play old maid, said Norman. Well, I play old maid, said Violet, and I'm not a baby anymore. "This is not a good sale," said Norman. "My old toys are better." He got on his bike and he rode away. "Well, here comes Wilma," said Violet. "Maybe she will buy something." They're having a hard time with their sale, aren't they? "Tomorrow is my sister's birthday," said Wilma. "Do you have anything good?" "Well," said Arthur, "here is a very nice hula hoop." "It's bent," said Wilma, "and my sister has a hula hoop." "Here is a china horse," said Arthur. "Well, how much is the bear?" asked Wilma. "What bear?" asked Arthur. "The bear behind baby King Kong," said Wilma. "He doesn't have a price tag." "Oh," said Arthur quickly, "he costs a lot." "Well, how much?" asked Wilma. "Your sister won't like him," said Arthur. "She is too old for stuffed toys." "No, she isn't," said Wilma. "She takes her stuffed pig to bed with her every night." "Well," said Arthur, "I will sell him to you for 50 cents. "All right," said Wilma. She took 50 cents out of her pocket. "Do you gift wrap?" asked Wilma. "Well, no," said Arthur. "Well," said Wilma, "I don't have any money for gift wrap paper. If I buy a present at the toy store, they will gift wrap for nothing." Wilma put the 50 cents back in her pocket and walked away. I guess she's going to go to the store so she can get the gift wrapped. Arthur looked at Honey Bear and hugged him. He held Honey Bear and ate the rest of his cupcake. I sort of think that he really doesn't want to sell Honey Bear. What do you think? "I wish someone would buy something," said Arthur. Violet said, "I will buy something, Arthur. I will buy your Honey Bear." Oh, Arthur doesn't look like he really wants to sell his Honey Bear. "You don't have any money," said Arthur. "Well, I have 31 cents, said Violet. "I can give you 31 cents and my brand new Color Me Nice coloring book. None of the pictures are colored in yet." "Well, maybe," said Arthur. "But maybe I want to keep Honey Bear for myself." I think that is the case. I think he really does want to keep Honey Bear for himself. "I thought you said you don't want to keep your old junk," said Violet. "Honey Bear is not old junk," said Arthur. "He is my special bear." "I will give you 31 cents, my Color Me Nice coloring book, and my box of crayons," said Violet. "Only the purple one is broken." "Honey Bear has been my bear for a long time," said Arthur. "He wants me to take care of him." "I will give you 31 cents, my coloring book, my crayons, and half a box of Cracker Jacks, with the prize still in it," said Violet. "Well, all right," said Arthur. So Violet gave Arthur 31 cents, her crayons, her coloring book, and half a box of Cracker Jacks. Arthur gave Violet his Honey Bear. Arthur took all of his sale things and he put them away. He put the 31 cents in his mailbox bank. He ate some of the Cracker Jacks. He read the fortune in the prize wrapper, because Cracker Jacks, we know, always have little prizes in them. The fortune said, "Someone you love is gone." A ring was inside, so Arthur put it on his finger. Then he colored a picture in his Color Me Nice coloring book. He colored a picture of a boy holding a teddy bear. Oh, he's really missing his teddy bear now. Violet came in holding Honey Bear. He was dressed in a pink tutu. Little pink tutus are what ballet dancers use. He was wearing a necklace and a bonnet. "Honey Bear is a boy," said Arthur. "He does not like those clothes." "Honey Bear is my bear now," said Violet. "I will dress him the way I want." "You don't know how to take care of him," said Arthur. "Well, I am his mother now," said Violet, "and I am taking care of him." "I think Honey Bear misses me," said Arthur. "He wishes he were still my bear." "Well, he's not," said Violet. She took Honey Bear for a walk. There he is in her little stroller. Arthur sat down and ate some more Cracker Jacks. He took the ring and he put it on a different finger. He opened the Color Me Nice coloring book once again. Then he wished he had a little tune and thought for a while. Violet came back and sat down with Honey Bear. Arthur thought some more. Then he said to Violet, "Violet, you are my little sister, right?" "Yes," said Violet. "Well then, do you know what I am to Arthur?" Do you know what I am?" said Arthur. "You are my big brother," said Violet. "Well, yes, I am," said Arthur. "And do you know what that means?" "No," said Violet. "That means I am Honey Bear's uncle," said Arthur. Arthur picked up Honey Bear and hugged him. "I am your uncle, Honey Bear," said Arthur. "I will always be your uncle." "And do you know what uncles do?" said Arthur. "Well, what do uncles do?" asked Violet. "Uncles play with their nephews, and they take them out for treats," said Arthur. "Well, Honey Bear likes treats," said Violet. "Can I come too?" "All right," said Arthur. Arthur took the 31 cents out of his mailbox bag. Then he and Violet walked Honey Bear to the candy store. Arthur and Violet and Honey Bear had chocolate ice cream cones. Honey Bear ate his ice cream cone on his Uncle Arthur's lap. He's right there. "Honey Bear, I'm glad I will always be your uncle," said Arthur. Then Violet and Arthur helped Honey Bear eat all of his ice cream. Because, of course, we know the bear really can't eat ice cream. But Arthur really loved his little bear, and he really didn't want him to go away. So I thought that was a really cute little story by Lillian Hoban. So now the next story I'm going to read, it's Disney's Beauty and the Beast. It's called The Teapot's Tale. It's another little golden book. Now this one is from our library, and you're welcome anytime to come up and check it out. In fact, I hope you guys will come to our library sometime. We have a large collection of children's books for all ages, and you can take them out. You can borrow them for 3 weeks, and then you can renew them for another 3 weeks. That is if no one else is waiting for them. And we have so many books that, that wouldn't be an issue. Well, this is about the teapot and the beast and beauty. "Hello, my name is Mrs. Potts. I wasn't always a teapot, heavens no. All of us in this castle were put under a strange spell some years ago by a powerful enchantress. She turned the young prince into a terrible beast because he was selfish and cruel. There was only one way the prince could break the spell. The enchantress gave him a magic nose that would bloom until his 21st birthday. The enchantress gave him a magic rose that he would bloom until his 21st birthday. The prince would remain a beast unless he could learn to love and be loved before the last petal fell from the rose." And here's the rose under glass. That's a strange enchantment, to say the least. Lonely years passed while the beast hid from the world. He refused to leave the castle. He didn't even want any tea. "I tried to stay cheerful, but there's nothing sadder than an empty teapot, except an empty teacup, like my poor son Chip." It looks like he is chipped. He's got a chip out of the side of his cup. Then, one stormy day, an old man who was lost in the woods found his way to the castle. Luminaire, the candlestick, and Cogsworth, the clock, let him in and brought him to the fireplace. He was cold and wet, and I was so happy to offer him a hot cup of tea. It'll warm you up in no time, I said. But the master was boiling mad. Now, the master is the beast. You can see him in his cape. He looks rather ferocious, doesn't he? He hated anyone to see him in his beastly form. So, you came to stare at the beast, did you? The beast raged. I just needed a place to stay, the old man explained. I'll give you a place to stay, the beast roared, and he locked the poor man away in the tower. Under his rags, I knew the beast had a kind heart, but I worried that he would never learn to control his temper. And if he didn't learn to love before long, I would stay a teapot forever. Soon after the old man's arrival, Chip babbled, Mama, Mama, there's a girl in the castle. Now, Chip, I scolded, I'll not have you making up such wild stories. But it was true. The girl's name was Belle, and she had come to rescue her father, the man in the tower. See, there's the old man who's been put in the tower. Belle was frightened by the beast, but she offered to stay in her father's place. Her father was worried, but the beast sent him home. Belle did stay. She was such a pretty girl. We all bubbled with excitement. If only she and the master would fall in love and break the magic spell. Chip and I went straight to Belle's room. It chilled me to the spot to see her so sad. I tried to cheer her up. Things will turn out right in the end, I assured Belle. You'll see. How the master raged when Belle refused to come down to dinner with him. I told him, try to be patient, sir. After all, the girl has lost her freedom and her father all in one day. But the beast roared, if she won't eat with me, then she won't eat at all. I guess he plans to starve her. Despite the master's orders, Belle dined on the best the castle had to offer. I'd rather have broken my own handle than let such a lovely child go hungry. The rest of the staff felt the same way. When Belle came downstairs later that night, we served her the most wonderful meal that she had ever eaten. Luminaire and the others put on quite a show. Just having a guest made us overflow with joy. I warmed myself up and poured Chip full. We did our best to make Belle feel very much at home. This is Luminaire. And we know this is Chip. But one day, Belle ran away. The beast had flown into a rage when he found Belle in his private room, and she was terrified. Belle didn't get far before she was surrounded by wild wolves. Oh, and here are the wolves. The master rescued her, though the wolves savagely clawed and bit him. Back in the castle, we watched as Belle tended the master's wounds. See, the wolves had bitten him on his arm. She was very gentle as she worked on him. When she thanked him for saving her life, my eyes steamed with tears. A tingle of hope tickled my spout. I told Cogsworth, this is Cogsworth right there, there may be something here that wasn't here before. Oh, and there's the beast holding the Belle's hands. Indeed there was. I nearly flipped my lid. For the first time in his life, the master wanted to do something special for someone else. Belle loved to read, so the master told her she could have any book that she wanted from his wonderful library. Chip was too young to understand, but he knew the feelings between Belle and the master had changed. I felt all warm inside, even though I wasn't anywhere near the stove. And see, they are smiling at each other now. Oh, but of course, the course of true love never does run smooth. Belle discovered that her father was quite ill. She begged the beast to let her go home, and the master allowed her to leave the castle. While Belle was taking care of her sick father, trouble was brewing in the village. A wicked hunter convinced the villagers that the beast would soon attack their homes, so they decided to attack the beast first. We heard the hunter shout, "Kill the beast! Kill the beast!" The next thing we knew, the townspeople were storming the castle. The servants defended the castle, but the master wouldn't lift a paw to help us. He was heartbroken about the fact that Belle had gone away. While we servants fought in our own special way, the evil hunter attacked the master. The beast couldn't find the strength to fight back until he heard Belle's voice. She had returned. Before he fell from the castle wall, the hunter had stabbed the beast in the back. We all feared he would die. Belle leaned over the master and cried, "Don't leave me, I love you." But it was too late. Or was it? Suddenly, magic sparkles filled the air. The beast seemed to float off the ground. Rays of light shot from his paws as they changed into hands and feet. Right in front of my eyes, the master became a handsome prince. And I turned back into my old self again, and so did dear little Chip and everyone else in the castle. The curse was over and was broken by the magic of true love. Soon after that, Chip asked me a question. "Mama, are Belle and the prince going to live happily ever after?" I nodded and gave him a big hug. We're living happily ever after, too. But since those days, I've never taken a teapot for granted. So this is Mrs. Potts, and this is Chip. They were also changed back into their natural form when true love was found between the prince and Belle. And that's the end of the story. Now, I think I won't read any more books today, as our half an hour is almost over. But I do want to remind everyone about the book sale that our library is having in September. It's going to be at the Upper Chichester Township Municipal Building, which is on 8500 Fury Road in Upper Chichester. It's up near the police department. And there's going to be a setup day on September 7th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And that's a day when you can bring any books that you wish to donate to the library to us, and we will add them to the book sale. The book sale dates themselves are Wednesday, September 8th, September 9th, September 10th, from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So that'll be on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then on Saturday, September 11th, the book sale will be on from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So if you have any questions, please call our library at 610-485-0200. We do still appreciate getting donations. We just no longer have room to store them in our library. So that's why we're asking people to drop them off at the Township Building on September the 7th, the day before the actual book sale. Then do come to the book sale. We are going to be selling raffle tickets still for the $500 gift tree. Our gift tree usually has a lot of gift certificates from local restaurants and merchants for $25, sometimes more. But the whole tree will be worth about $500. And we'll be selling raffle tickets for $5 a piece or 3 raffle tickets for $10. and you can buy them at the library. So, with that, I'm going to bid you adieu, which is French for saying I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye for now.